What's going on, y'all? It's Uzziah, your success strategist. Welcome to the Uzziah Show. If you have any questions about your business, career, or finances, then this is the show for you. Guys, I'm excited because today I'm asking a very important question. Are boss babes good for Black culture?
Nope.
I want to get y'all's thoughts. Are boss babes good for Black culture? I was watching two videos yesterday, one on the Lapeef Network and one with Brittany Renner, and it got me to thinking, are boss babes good for this culture? We're going to hop straight in. I'm not going to waste no time. Make sure that you smash that like button. If you want to be in on the discussion, leave me a comment below. I'm talking about when someone is so independent. I'm talking about boss babes. What do I mean when I say the term boss babes? I'm talking about someone that prides themselves on their independence. This is the I don't need no man. I'm good by myself. Men ain't ish. I'm talking about that type of woman. When I'm talking about a boss babe, I'm talking about someone who places their career over everything else in life. And because they have a decent paying job, they feel like they don't need anyone in their life. They feel like they can make it through this life on their own. The reason I'm bringing this up, y'all, is because yesterday on Lapeef Let's Talk, I was just watching a conversation that was getting way out of hand. I don't know how many of y'all are familiar with the Lapeef Network. Maybe you've seen me on. I was on the show in the past, just chiming in as part of the audience. But guys, I got to ask this question. Are boss babes good for Black culture? I also watched a video yesterday with Brittany Renner. Brittany Renner, she, for those of y'all who don't know, Instagram model that is very famous, and she has gotten run through by different dudes, got a baby by a young kid in the NBA, walked away with money, and also made public statements talking about how you should go for these athletes to get the bag. In her dialogue, she always talks about, I gotta speak my truth. I'm not going to rely on a man for anything. But yet, in the same breath, she'll talk about how she wants to live in this beautiful house, have a beautiful family, live out the American
Nope.
dream, and then feel sad because she doesn't have it. Since she is such a strong influencer to other women, I'm asking, are boss babes good for the Black community? A lot of women talk about how they want to be married and how they want an excellent family, but some of the women that they are being impressioned by are taking them away from that goal. When I talk about a boss babe, I'm not talking about somebody that's college educated. I'm talking about someone who is very aggressive in their masculinity and someone who feels like they can overthrow a man. The reason why I want y'all's thoughts on this is because I believe that boss babes are not good for the Black community.
Nope.
And let me tell you the reason why I say that. The reason why I feel that boss babes are not good for Black culture is because currently only 1 out of 4 Black women will ever get married in their lifetime. So when you now take this boss babe mentality into an already suffering market, what's going to be the outcome? Among those who do get married, we know that the rate of divorce in this country is over 50%. So 1 out of every 2 marriages will fail. The odds are already stacked against us. 80% of all divorces are filed by women. So, how do men think that they're going to enter into successful long marriages, adding this boss babe component into it? What I'm saying is, if you got two people who are trying to operate like men in the house, how is that going to be a winning formula for the Black community? I'm not saying this just for the drama. I'm not saying this to get cute. I'm saying this because I think this is going to be a real problem. I believe that for a lot of women who are adopting this boss babe strategy, it is one that is very short sighted. They're not thinking into the future. Let me tell you guys what I'm saying. I've grown up around a lot of Black women in my life, women that would claim themselves to be very strong, very authoritative. And one thing that I always know is that because of the fact that they might not have been around other men who were very responsible, they would use that as a reason to say, I've got to have my own career. I've got to have my own money. There's no way I can rely on a man because a man cannot get the job done.
Nope.
They would always talk about how it's slim pickings amongst good Black men to find. And I do believe that weak Black men are not good for Black culture. So let me put that out there as well. Before y'all start leaving these comments, oh, here goes another one. Uzziah, he's against us too. That's not my angle. I'm a firm believer on accountability on both sides. I believe that boss babes are not good for Black culture because our statistics are already low. How are we going to work our way out of 1 out of 4 Black women getting married by only putting more masculine energy into the equation? If you have a job, good for you. If you have a degree, that's fine. I'm not questioning your credentials. I'm questioning the movement of attitudes that are incorporated alongside these credentials that causes a lot of problems in relationships. Let me give y'all an example. My wife and I, as of this year, have been married for 10 years. Shout out to us. My wife is college educated. My wife is a corporate superstar. My wife knows business. That does not stop her from wanting to embrace her femininity. She does not strive with me on who's the leader of the house. She understands I'm the head. She's my support system, and we both play our traditional roles. I'm saying there's nothing wrong with a woman having intellect as well as, a certain career potential. But the problem comes in when you go down this career path, embrace all of this masculine energy, and then see nothing wrong with the fact that you cannot put that masculine energy away, even for your own survival. I believe a lot of Black women are adopting this boss babe mentality because they see it as a sign of protection. But I view that strategy as one that is very short-sighted in nature. What I'm saying, ladies, is you might have fallen into a boss babes mentality because you felt like no man was coming to bail you out. So you had to do what you needed to do to make it as a single woman. But how are you going to sustain yourselves as a culture if the average Black marriage only lasts for 5 years? How do you think that we as a community are going to thrive if we are constantly embracing a mindset that's going to put us at odds. No real man is going to want to compete with another man in the house. That's a fact. No real strong male leader is going to want to engage in a pissing contest in the house. It's not a competition. You guys are not foes. You're supposed to be on the same page, working together to build a legacy. So, what I'm saying, y'all, and listen to me, if we're already living in a community where over 60% of all Black children grow up in single parent households, how do we think this is a viable solution to improve our condition here in America? I'm speaking from a purely intellectual perspective. If anyone disagrees, cam up. I want to hear y'all's thoughts. I want to hear y'all's perspective. Are boss babes good for Black culture? The reason I'm not speaking about other cultures in this is because our culture is at the bottom amongst women in marriage. I'm not speaking out of opinion. I'm giving you guys statistical proof. Look it up. Black women, among all of the races of women in the world, are among the least married on the planet. So if our women specifically adopt the I don't need a man mentality, how is that going to be conducive for us to survive? Ladies, you need a man. Fellas, when God created us, God said it's not good that man should be alone. I will make a helpmeet for him. So we got to understand, biologically, we were created to be together. But there's so much of an independent mentality in this modern world that we really make life very hard for us. I'm going to start digging into these comments. Ariel says she's very curious about this topic. Man, I wish I could hear Ariel's take. You know I'm not probably going to hear Ariel's take tonight because she's needing to get some things in place for the house. But I'm really curious to hear from some of you ladies on this topic. I think part of the reason why this is a problem is because y'all see convos like this and you get triggered. I'm not even coming on attack mode. I'm just trying to get you to examine your own strategy from a long-term point of view. I've heard the arguments. Hey, not everybody is on your level. Not everybody is out here college educated, got their own business, making money. Not every man is paid. But what I'm asking is, are you being emotionally penny wise and pound foolish? Are you so busy thinking that there's no good men in the world now, so you just gotta try to take on a masculine role, even at the expense of your own happiness as well as your evolution? As a people, we've been put in this society to be at odds with each other. But how is it ever going to get better if men are getting weaker and the women are getting more masculine? Let me be clear. I'm not saying every man is getting weaker, and I'm not saying that every woman is masculine. I'm speaking to a specific segment on both sides where there's enough people on both parties to affect our community as a whole. Y'all know what I'm saying. Let's not play dumb. Are boss babes good for Black culture? I think that if we continue to see this affect our community it's only going to be so long before we don't exist. We got to start looking for better solutions. We got to have the talk. And that's the reason why I put the link in the comments below, because I want y'all to cam up. Now, Malachi, shout out to my brother Malkia, man. That brother is a really, really, really intellectual brother. Good brother to dialogue with. He says, the boss mentality was created for the black woman's downfall, and the majority had fell for it. That makes me think about our sister, Shahrazad Ali. Whenever she talked about how the feminist movement came from other communities. Shahrazad Ali said there was really no reason for the black woman to adopt a feminist mindset because she never faced a true power struggle with the man, because the man did not have access to power in the first place.
Nope.
Shahrazad Ali said, okay, it's one thing if white women are revolting against their men because that community controls a lot of power in America. But for the average black man, how much do we control? Are you really as oppressed as some would say they are? And what is the proper solution? Man, I'm telling y'all, I'm watching black women, some black women on some of these different broadcasts say that they are divesting from black men altogether. My question is that sustainable? And I know some of y'all be so selfish. It's only about me, myself, and I, whatever feels good, whatever makes me happy. But I'm saying we are truly going against nature. There's a certain way that a man is supposed to carry himself, is a certain way for a woman to carry herself. And I think even as we examine those traditional norms, there's nothing wrong with being an intelligent woman as long as you do not mistake intelligence for trying to constantly usurp everyone's authority. It's fine to be smart. It's fine to understand business. It's fine to have skills. But why is it that it seems there's a growing movement where a certain kind of ridiculous type dominance is being mistaken for success? Our sisters are have the highest concentrated number of college educated people in the world. So why is it that y'all have all this education, but yet your relationships and your longevity becomes a struggle? Let's have the conversation. Let's talk about it. I'm on here, y'all, for the next 10 minutes. Let's get into the comments. Donna Don says, I am a black woman and I need a man. Shout out to Donna Don. If I say this around some single friends, I'm definitely attacked with saying I don't need one. Now, see, that's the problem. Why does it have to be an attack whenever she poses that as a statement? Like, I'm trying to show y'all it's us that's working against each other. Do y'all realize that at one point in time, we were under such oppression where if you said that you needed a man, that would be grounds for you getting attacked by other people. Now, nobody else is getting in our way. Now we are coming amongst ourselves, attacking each other, all because we want to be interdependent in this world. The reason why I keep putting out these $5 SAT words is because I want y'all to know I'm actually coming from a biological, intellectual, scientific perspective. I want you guys to realize spiritually God did not create us for us to be each other's enemy. But if us as men don't do what we're supposed to do, and if women try to be on some new age stuff where you adopt all of these new different masculine roles, how are we ever going to thrive as a culture? How are we ever going to make it over the next 100 years? I'm going to remind y'all, statistically, only 1 out of 4 Black women will ever get married in their lifetime. I know a lot of Black women, college educated, good career paths, good looking, some even drop dead gorgeous, can't keep a man to save their life. And you just got to ask yourself the question, well, why is that? And a lot of sisters, they will pop up and say, oh, well, that's because every man is intimidated by me.
Nope.
That's because no man can match my fly. We are killing ourselves in 2022. And that's the reason why I always get on these broadcasts and I constantly remind us as a culture, right now we're getting in our own way the most. We came here under certain conditions. Our conditions now are not the exact same as when we were shackled and chained on slave ships. We have opportunities to level up. We are still operating as victims, even when we're not facing the exact same barriers. Listen, guys, listen to me very clearly. Understand what I'm saying. I am fully aware that racism is alive and well. I am fully aware that some of the odds are stacked against us. However, we're not living in a time where most of us that are watching this broadcast can do absolutely nothing. You are not on a cotton field. You have opportunities to be able to mesh and link up with your community. You have opportunities to be able to grow through personal development. So if we are in a time where God has blessed us to be able to improve, why do we posture ourselves as though our own sense of improvement is impossible? Oftentimes, the only person holding you back is you. Only 1 out of 4 Black women will ever get married in their lifetime. Even amongst those who do get married, the marriage rate in this country is at over 50%. 80% of all women who are married are the ones that file for the divorce. So we got to start thinking, guys. The statistics say this is not a winning formula. If 60% of all Black children are raised in single parent homes, how is us opposing each other in our spirits ever going to shrinken that gap? It's only going to expand it that much more. Here's my question. Is saying I don't need a man conducive to the Black community? Is prioritizing your career over a family legacy as well as your feminine attributes, is that conducive to the culture? If we're already struggling in this area, masculine women and weak men won't help. So that's my thoughts. I want to hear y'all's. I know y'all gonna blow up the comment section after this is over, and y'all gonna try to tell me something. Oh, Uzziah, you don't know what you're talking about. You so stupid. You so dumb. You so this. On the camera, and let's have a civil, intellectual discussion. Maybe I'm off base. Everything that I'm saying to you guys right now is purely evolutionary. We must find a way to work together. Otherwise, we're going to cease to exist. So let me start digging into some of these comments. Listen, man, if y'all are feeling this, make sure that y'all smash that like button. Make sure that y'all share this broadcast. There's a lot of people that need to see this. And before we get out of here, y'all, please donate. Tap the dollar icon directly below the live chat box. Your sponsorships will definitely help. Okay, whoever makes the highest donation for today will be the official sponsor of this broadcast. Back to these comments. Donna Don says, also, I do okay for myself. I'm degreed, work in IT, my finances are together, and open to meeting someone who is striving to become better. Sometimes there is a fight that only a man can fight on my behalf. I'm definitely a boss, but I want to be a woman as well. Now, can I keep it a buck? I don't know Donna Don's situation, so I'm not speaking specifically to her. Some of y'all ladies will call yourselves bosses, but do you actually fit the role? So let me give you an example. Typically, bosses have employees. Typically, bosses run corporations. In order to be a boss, there has to be a certain amount of subordinates that bend to your will in order for your vision to be executed. So again, in general, a lot of times when sisters say this, they say it because they're personally getting bread. But there's no army of people that they have as direct reports that are like, yes, ma'am, whatever you say, your wish is my command. That's what bosses do. Listen, a lot of y'all ladies that say y'all bosses, you'll say that to a black man, but then you'll wake up at 7 a.m. to go on an hour-long commute to go to somebody else of another culture that you call a boss. Tell me I'm lying. You're not going to Todd and Bob and Billy and saying, oh, I'm the boss. No. You're going to his office and calling him sir. Now, we know that there is a growing wave of entrepreneurship amongst black women, and that's all fine and dandy, but still make room for a man. That's all I'm saying. Ladies, y'all can love me, y'all can hate me. I'm married to a black woman. And as I focus on this topic, we're going to pick up after this on a part 2. This is going to be the preview. We Sunday night, we're going to bring this back, Lord willing. For all of y'all that are on right now, Sunday, we're going to do this thing again. Okay, we're going to do this thing again. Okay, Donna Don said, literally, I'm a boss. We're going to part 2 on this thing. Okay. I want y'all to just think about this until we get together again on Sunday, Lord willing. Are boss babes good for black culture? Thank y'all so much for the sponsorships. Shout out to my sister Nicole P. I would love to get Nicole's feedback this Sunday. I know you're not going to cam up, but just get your comment ready, sister. Okay, Sunday night is going down. I need my sister Lauren Morales in the house. Okay. Lauren Morales, very successful in her industry, but still understands it is important to have a man. It's all about survival, y'all. That's the human nature. Shout out to my brother Roy. Thank you for all the support. Listen, man, I'm gonna shut this thing down and bring this thing to a close. Sunday. Be there or be square. I see you, Sheer Queen. Okay. And I'm coming. All of y'all ladies, I'm coming on Sunday. Get your points ready. Bosses, queens, whatever titles you're throwing out there. Let's talk about it this Sunday. I'm out of here, man. I love y'all. Lord willing, I'll see you on Sunday. Let's continue the conversation. Have a great weekend, guys. Until next time, keep pushing.